Let's talk about selfie sticks. I remember when selfie sticks were just pretty much a punchline. Selfie sticks, I think most of the time what you're going to see now is they aren't those just plain selfie sticks anymore, that they actually have a little more function to them. So I wanted to take a look at some selfie sticks that I have, and really these aren't as much selfie sticks as they are monopods with a tripod base to them. This was one of my first selfie sticks that I ever had. This bottom is a detachable, so it can be used as just a selfie stick. It doesn't expand very far. You have to twist it and then it telescopes out, and it's about only that long. So what, maybe 3 feet or so. You can twist this can angle so you can have it sit on top. It comes with a couple different attachments for the top. This little screw is pretty much universal. I could put my camera on this if I want. I can also put my 360-degree camera on it. And it came with a clip like this. Now I hate these things for a few reasons. Primarily because it's, so this is a cell phone holder and you have to pull it out in order to clip the phone. They're tough, and so it's a little hard to pull and get over your phone. And what's good about it is you're not going to drop your phone. What's bad about it is I have pinched myself on this so many times when it's snapped back after I've pulled my phone out. I don't like these things. But what's nice about them is there's a thread on the back and on the bottom. So depending on how you want to use your phone, if you want it to landscape, if you have it and you want it to be more like that, and you're setting it up so you could take a picture, like a portrait picture a certain way versus like a landscape horizontal picture, you can have a few different options. You could probably still find it on Amazon or other places, maybe from different sellers, but it's not a super lengthy one, but it is nice, and it came with a little carrying case. In fact, all of these come with some sort of little pocket-sized case that you can throw them in. Most of them look like this. A lot of them come with this little connection, and some of them even come with remotes, as you'll see on these ones. Primarily why I got this is because I had a 360 camera I was using at events, and I had been attaching it to a normal tripod, a camera tripod. And I was a little annoyed by the fact that you could see the tripod in those 360 shots. So I wanted to move to a type of stand that you couldn't really see. So by moving to this, it was great because I got kind of a different perspective because it was a little lower. When you would look around the 360 shot or the video and drag around, you couldn't really see the tripod pieces sticking out in the side of the view. I did actually use it as a selfie stick with my phone a few times, but I would have to set a timer because it didn't come with the remote, so I would have to set a timer on it in order to take a picture. Right now, what I'm using it for primarily is I have it set up like this. I stick it behind my computer monitors and I use it for my webcam, so I don't have to clip my webcam to the top of my monitor and cover up a little piece of my monitor. I have this behind it and I have my webcam on top of it. So this is in fact my webcam holder right now. This selfie stick was my second one, and this is the brand Yun Tang on it, and this one does as well, my newest acquisition. This is a lot beefier, a lot stronger than this little one here. This one has been blown over or knocked over quite a few times when my 360 camera has been on it. This one has not. It takes quite a bit more to knock this over. You can see the tripod base on this. A lot more substantial than this one. I have really enjoyed this. Now it does come with a remote, and you can pull this remote off. It's a little, I think, Bluetooth controller, and you can, there's a little on switch, and you click the little picture button and you can zoom. It came with this tiny little USB cord to micro USB that you could plug in to charge it, but I've never used it. Like I've said, I don't really use these as selfie sticks. This also came with this kind of clip that I hate, but it was nice, I guess, to have another one because I had one that kind of, the pad on it fell apart. The top of this, I don't know why it has this little mirror thing on there. I suppose if you needed to find a front or back, that would help you. It has this wheel that helps you tighten and loosen whatever's attached to it. This one doesn't have that. You actually have to loosen it and turn it around. So I love having this wheel here because I could stick my webcam or my 360 camera or even my DSLR, which this holds. It's a little wobbly because the DSLR is heavier, but it still holds that camera, but I can spin that on to attach it. So I don't have to spin the whole selfie stick around or completely loosen up the top like I have to do with that one. This does have the option, I can loosen it here, and you can see it can fold one way or another, and it is, as you can hear, it's nice, and it has kind of those points of clicking in, so you're not trying to find exactly where the straight option is. This one doesn't have that, so I've attached things to this, and I have to like figure out if it's level and make sure and go back and forth, because even if I push it back all the way, it's not level, so I gotta level it out, tighten it up, look at the camera, okay, that looks good. This, I don't have to worry about that, click, 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 and it's level, tighten, good to go. I love this thing. It's also a lot more secure because you don't have to turn or twist to pull it out like that one is. It locks out. And it's a little bit taller than the other one. Just for comparison, I'm gonna extend this out all the way. So you can see this one is quite a bit taller. It's more my eye height when I'm sitting down. If I'm at an event, this is what I will use to put my 360 camera on to record video or take pictures. My latest acquisition, and this is again another one from the same company because I was so impressed with this, I wanted to get another one just kind of to have as a backup. And this is somewhere in between these two. It has this thumb screw on the side that sticks out, and you can position it. It doesn't lock into place like this one does. The whole top doesn't spin, so you will have to move either the device on top to twist it in or the stick itself. It came with this holder for a phone, which is essentially the same thing as this, but a little easier to maneuver and not as much of a finger pincher. You do have to screw this on, and this doesn't have the option to connect to the bottom like this one does. Again, universal thread, so you can use these attachments with any of them. You can attach a camera, a webcam, pretty much most devices have this sort of thread on them. It also came with this little USB cord because it has this remote on it, very similar to the one on this one here. If you charge it on the side, it has a little button for a picture. The remote on this one has a plus or minus button. I've never used it. I don't really use these for that. I'm often using them for, I'm setting them up and I'm taking the shot. I haven't really had to use them as selfie sticks. I'm not using them as a selfie stick, but it's nice to have this here. The other nice thing about this one is it attaches really securely anywhere you want along the base, and it's at a place that if you had this extended, it's right there, so you can click the button and take the picture, so you're not having to have this awkward thing. Again, I don't know if I'll ever use it, but it's there. The tripod on this looks pretty sleek, but one of the things that's odd about it is just the adjustment. You don't twist and pull, you just kind of slide it down, and you gotta apply a little bit of force. And then for the top, same thing. You just gotta pull it out, keep pulling it out, pull, pull, pull. This is right in between. So we have the little one, the medium one, and the tall one. That was another reason I wanted to get another one of these, is just to have a third size. I don't really know why, I just wanted to get another one. But what I don't like about it is you have to push to adjust, which means I could see this failing, just getting loose from adjustments. I like how it folds up. I like the way that this is right there. And this thing, I'm much more positive about this than about these. I cannot tell you how much I hate these clips. Finger pincher. The other thing is I just set that on my phone and I barely missed this button on the side. So many times have I put this on my phone and it hits the power button, or it hits the button on the side, or it turns the volume all the way down or all the way up, and then to get it off, this is where the finger pinching comes in. It's so hard to do that without pinching your finger or without hitting a button on the side of your phone. This here, you can do the same thing. It's pinching it, but it has this little pull tab. You can pull and adjust. And look at that. I just hit the button on the side of my phone again. Now everything is fit in place and I can take it off without pinching my finger. This little pull tab is really all you needed. Nice and secure, nice and steady. You're not going to be losing your phone with any of these clips, but hopefully you'll be losing fewer fingers with this clip. Why you would want to get a selfie stick in 2021 or beyond? Don't get a selfie stick to take selfies necessarily. You can still use it for that. It has that nice button and you can take those pictures. Let's say you want to take a picture and it's just not turning out right. or you're trying to take a family picture with your cell phone, having the tripod is nice. It gets you at the right level. It also makes sure that when you hit the button, it's not shaking. Most people now, you don't have to have a camera to take good quality pictures. Our phones have amazing cameras in them, so you can get your good quality pictures just using your phone camera. But I bet you probably don't have a tripod for your camera, and maybe you don't have a remote to take that. So you're going to be setting a timer on your phone and running to stand with your family and hope everyone looks good. When you can get something like this that fits in this small, pull it out, you unfold it, you just set this up. Maybe you set it on a rock or somewhere nearby, over on a little park bench or something. You set your family up, and then you can take your handy remote that you charge, and you're there with your family. You put your arms around someone, you can click it, take the picture. It also allows you to potentially line up a shot without having to use the front-facing camera. Regardless of what phone you're using, guarantee you the camera on the back of the phone, this one, is going to be much better quality than the camera on the front of the phone. How many times are you setting up a picture or a selfie and you set it so you can see everyone there and you're lining everyone up, but you're using the lower quality camera? It makes a lot more sense to flip it, use the back camera to take the picture. So go ahead, get everyone set up, figure out where you're going to be, put it in the controller there, test your remote. Okay, I clicked it, it took the picture, we're good. Now you can get together with your family, set everyone up, click the picture, click a couple of them, make sure you got it. Go over, look at the pictures, and make adjustments if you have to. I highly recommend getting something like one of these. This one I will drop the link to down below because, again, this is my most recent acquisition. I don't even know if these ones are still posted on Amazon, but if I can find the links, I'll try to post them as well. Maybe you're even trying to take product pictures, or you're trying to do YouTube videos or any sort of thing where you just want to get your camera. You could set it, get a good shot of yourself, get a good image of yourself. You can use your phone as a webcam. If you don't have a webcam, why not turn your phone into one, or use an old phone, turn an old phone into one? But you got to get some sort of stand like this because you're not going to be able to clip your phone to your computer. If you're video chatting with someone, you can't even clip it up there. So that way you can use both your hands and you can talk to them. If you're doing a live video, if you're doing TikTok videos, if you're doing Instagram stories for your brand, you want to be able to have something like this. Is there a place for selfie sticks in 2021? Absolutely. 100% there is a place for selfie sticks in 2021, but they're not as much selfie sticks as they are tripods. I don't know what you want to call them, but they're monopods, tripods, whatever you want to call them. There's definitely a use for them, and I recommend you picking one up because chances are if you haven't needed one, you will need one sooner or later. These all work great, and they can work for whatever you need them to. Again, I use that one for my webcam. That's where my webcam is typically on. I could clip it to my monitor, but I don't want to cover up my monitor, so I put it on that, and I can turn it a little easier versus on my monitor, I can't turn my webcam. It doesn't turn left or right. It only goes up and down. So when I have it on this, I can just reach up and turn my stand a little bit if I need to redirect it. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope now you're a little more informed of why you might want a selfie stick in the year 2021. These things are great for many things. If you're working from home and you need to do a conference call or a Zoom call, you can do that on your phone. You can put it on one of these, and you can do that while you're on your computer and you can still be talking to people. You don't necessarily have to even go out and buy a webcam. You can have a webcam on your phone. You can do Zoom calls. You can do Teams calls on your phone. If you have an iPhone, you can do FaceTime on your phone. These are definitely worth having, and I would say almost a must-have for anyone with a phone who wants to take any sort of pictures or do any kind of video. This is almost a must-have. If you would have asked me 10 years ago if I would have been sitting here in front of you saying you need to go out and buy a selfie stick, I would have said you're crazy. Those things are completely pointless. But my perspective on them has changed. You're not just looking at the stick, selfie stick anymore. Those things you couldn't do a whole lot with. Now selfie sticks are a lot more versatile. If it was just like this and it doesn't have a tripod stand on it, I would say stay away from it. It's not worth it. You're going to have to hold it with the hand. Now, if that's what you want, great. You can get something like that and hold it, but then why not make sure it comes with an attachment? That's one of the reasons I really like this one, because not only can you use it as the tripod, but when you fold it in, it's so sleek. It's basically like another handle. If you're riding on a skateboard like you always see in the videos, I feel like every single promo for every single selfie stick has someone riding on a skateboard, holding it out, taking a video of themselves. This here has a nice grip on it, but I wouldn't say it's ideal for the selfie stick. This is much more a monopod, more like a photographer sort of monopod, or for the 360 camera like I mentioned. It folds in nice, but this is an awkward grip to hold for that. You're not going to want something like this if you think you're going to want that selfie stick where you hold it, because there's not a good way to hold that. If you need something like a selfie stick, then go with this one. This one's kind of the fantastic in-between of this and that. So you don't get maybe all the great things that I love about this big beefy one, but you get pretty much all the things I love about this, and in a more attractive, more compact package. This is going to be my top recommendation right now because it's so versatile. You can use it for a stand for your phone. You can use it for a stand for a smaller camera as long as it's not too heavy. You can use it as a stand for a webcam, and you have the option of the remote if you do want to take a family picture, or if you want to use it like your selfie stick. And you have enough versatility in it to set the top exactly how you want. You can move this around because it detaches, and you have a great selfie stick / tripod. Hope you found this helpful, informative, enjoyable. Please give me a comment. If you have another selfie stick that you enjoy, that you think is very versatile or works for different things, feel free to drop it in the comments. I'm not making any money selling any of these things, so go ahead and start the discussion. This one's a tank. I love this thing, and I still take it with me to every event that I do, and I won't trust shoddy equipment to hold my expensive things. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you found it helpful.